Hi, thanks for joining me. Today, I'd like to talk to you about why I think people should avoid reverse osmosis water. I'll give you the quick and fast version at the beginning of the video, and then I'll go into detail later. Number one, I strongly advise people to avoid reverse osmosis water. It'll make you feel dehydrated, and I don't know what the deal is with it, but it doesn't seem to hydrate very well. Number two, I encourage people to drink tap water or filtered water or spring water, because that will make you feel a lot better. Now, we'll go into a story. I'll explain a longer explanation. If that's not enough to convince you to stop drinking reverse osmosis bottled water, which if you have some bottled water in your house, you just go look at it and it'll say natural spring water. And they've got a whacked out version where they basically take spring water and then they run it through reverse osmosis, and then they call that spring water. I don't know, it should be called, I guess under that context, any water at some point may have passed through a spring and is thus spring water. Anyway, one reason to avoid, there have been times when and it took me a while to figure it out. I don't know, maybe it was years. I would be drinking water from an office or something like that, where you go into an office and they say, "Hey, would you like a water?" "Oh, yeah, sure, I'll have water." And then you drink the water and you're like, what's the deal? Why do I feel so, I'm drinking water and I feel, like dehydrated. Like, why is my mouth so dry? Like drinking the water. And sometimes people might even have reverse osmosis water in a cooler, in a 5-gallon cooler with the paper cups. And you're drinking, man, what's the deal? And you're going to the bathroom, and you're drinking some more water, and you go to the bathroom again and drink some more water, and it's like, I can't get hydrated. What's something wrong with this water? I don't know what it is. And eventually, that happened enough times where, you could give me probably a blind taste test. And when I say taste test, it's not about the taste. I don't care about the taste. I'll drink, almost any kind of water that doesn't taste like metal, because it might be unhealthy. But if if I tasted of something, and I could probably tell you either right away or, within a few minutes if it's reverse osmosis or not, because it's weird. There's something weird about it. And I think the reason why manufacturers sell and grocery stores sell reverse osmosis water is because it's far, far cheaper to literally manufacture, because that's really what they're doing, is they're taking water that's, I guess, not clean or potentially not clean, and then cleaning it through reverse osmosis, which somehow messes with the water, the natural way that God made it to be drank. It messes it up, and so it'll say reverse osmosis with minerals added for taste. Ugh. And there's big companies that sell it, and people may say, "Oh, I drink that stuff all the time." Maybe it works for you. I don't know. I suspect a lot of people that drink reverse osmosis water are also getting non-reverse osmosis water from other sources. A fountain next to a bathroom, other things like that. But reverse osmosis, man, it almost just makes my mouth dry just thinking about it. I don't like that stuff. But I think the reason, and I understand why people buy it, if it's $4 for a huge pack of bottled water that's reverse osmosis, and $10 for a big pack of bottled water that is from a spring, then I understand, especially at big events and stuff like that, when you're buying whatever, hundreds or thousands of dollars worth of granola bars and water and whatever, you know, for volunteers or something like that. I don't buy reverse osmosis water for anybody, especially not volunteers. I want them to drink the good stuff. Or I want it to be available to them if they want to drink it. Spring water, natural spring water, not reverse osmosis spring water, which is I forget what the word is. It's like you know what I'm talking about. It's a self-contradicting term. It's gross. I had a roommate that he just brought it up one day. I don't know why. Maybe he said he hadn't been sleeping well or something like that. He's like, man, I can't sleep. He said, I'm going to the bathroom constantly. And this was after I knew what reverse osmosis water was in the context of how it interfered with my body. And he told me he couldn't sleep. He was constantly going to the bathroom and he was constantly thirsty. Constantly thirsty. I couldn't get hydrated. And I thought, well, you know, what kind of bottled water are you drinking? Because he would just buy bottled water by the pallet. And that's what he would drink all the time. And he worked, he had a home office. So he worked from his house. So he wasn't going out and getting other sources of water. That was his only source of water, was reverse osmosis for drinking, you know, aside from bathing and brushing teeth and all that through the sink. And he just said, man, I'm just drinking so much water. He said, I buy more and I buy more and I just can't drink enough of it. And I'm always thirsty. And I'm waking up he said he was waking up in the middle of the night all the time, constantly going to the bathroom. And so I looked at one of the bottles that he was drinking and it said reverse osmosis. He was buying some ultra cheap reverse osmosis bottled water and just drinking that 24/7. And I said, the reason why you're so thirsty and the reason why you can't get hydrated, most likely, not guaranteed, but most likely is because you're drinking reverse osmosis water, and also because that's your only source of water that you're drinking. And he said, well, what do I do? I said, well, you could buy spring water, or if you want to save money, just get a filter, one of those pitcher filter things, you know? It's a pitcher and it has the filter in it, the replaceable filter, and just drink tap water. And he looked at me like, tap water? I said, yeah, it's good. Your body likes it. And I said, if you filter it, you know, it helps some too, but your body likes natural, normal water, this not reverse osmosis. And so he was like, I don't know, but he seemed pretty desperate. So to get hydrated and also to be able to sleep. And so he tried it and he was like, man, oh man. He said, I'm going to throw that water out, that bottled water, that reverse osmosis water. He said, man, that stuff will mess you up. He said, now I'm sleeping better. I'm not constantly drinking water nonstop, the reverse osmosis water, because when you drink regular water, tap water, filtered water, spring water, real spring water that hasn't been messed with, then your body likes it. Your body's happy. You're hydrated. And he switched over to that, and as far as I know, he never, because I told him I was off that stuff. I really didn't want anything to do with it. Sometimes somebody will say, hey, would you like some water, right? I'm not going to ask them questions to be like, is it this, is it that? I just say, okay, sure. And then they give it to me, and almost every time it's reverse osmosis. I'm like, ah, and I don't say anything. and so I like drink some of it. Thanks. and then later, like when the meeting is over or whatever it is that I'm doing, I'll go find a water fountain or something like that and refill that bottle with some real water, or go to the bathroom and fill it with some tap water or with some real water and drink that, because that reverse osmosis water, I feel like it's garbage. I feel like it's total garbage. But But I understand people buy it because it's cheap, and I understand why manufacturers make it take water and do that to it, because it's cheap, because it's expensive to transport spring water, you know. But anyway, just an FYI. If you think this video provides any value to you or to other people, you think maybe they'd like to know about this, in case they're insanely thirsty all the time and can't figure it out, feel free to hit that like button. If you like random videos, you can subscribe if you like. But I hope your day is going well. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you soon in the next video. Hope you're having a good day. Talk to you soon.